And I hear you, but I think what black people are trying to say to that is this: we give a fuck about. We don't care about any of that. It was a game to be played. Mm-hmm. Yes, it was a Sunday afternoon. Mm-hmm. It was a game to be played for the national championship, and LSU won it. Cry about whatever your issue is. Write it down and read it out to yourself on the way home. There was a game Saturday, or it was a game Sunday. The team the white people were rooting for lost. There's nothing they can do about it. It is what it is. That's all niggas is saying. Stop. We don't care about the greater thing. Oh, niggas get your own. Stop raining on niggas' parades. It was a basketball game. It was a basketball game. And that's what it is. Niggas left it on the court. White people took it outside the court. White people took it somewhere else. That's what I'm trying to say.
But we know niggas can do their thing on the court. Do your thing in the business office.
Stop trying to move the goalposts. Now you're moving the goalposts.
No, but anytime it's something happen between black and white, that's when I'm going to come out and remind black people you ain't built it. You sold yours. So if black people make some rules that don't favor you, I'm supporting it because I want you to get your own. And when you get your own, I'm going to support that.
And I support to getting your own. But in the meantime, if I win a championship, I don't want to hear anything about sportsmanship, or I don't need you to demonize the black team because it was a black and white dynamic in the championship game. Because
somebody white said they agree.
Sit in politics because they know what it is. They know sports. Like, and at the end of the day too, and what I said on the platform too with Sit in Politics is like, I think we all agree with, not everybody is racist who's a different race, and people can understand white people is black people who can understand the outside perspective outside of race, that it was a basketball game. We acknowledge it was a racial dynamic to the game, and the racial dynamic was LSU was a black team, Iowa was a white team. You know, it was two predominantly white institutions. Just LSU was represented by black athletes. That's all it was. So you had certain races pick sides, and you had other people who just want to watch a good game. A lot of people just watched a good game. We didn't care who won. The liberal whites that act like everything was cool, or the conservative whites that act like everything was cool, just a basketball game, showed their racist hand once LSU won.
Let me ask you this.
That was it.
Why y'all what's going on? Why y'all just won't go to the White House? Why we mad about not going to the White House?
Because, like I told you before, for like the fourth time, not just you, but for the audience.
I got Bootsy coming up.
Okay, but yeah. Why we play Bootsy? But for the fourth time is this: never in the history since the 1800s has a losing team in a championship game been invited to the White House. So why? No, it's not all inclusive.
Everything else is all inclusive.
No, it's not, because never in the history of sports has a losing team been invited to the White House. So why, after this predominantly white team loses and we got all this huff and puff about the black girls doing the same thing the white girl did, why does Jill Biden say she wants to invite the white girls in Iowa to the White House after they lose? Nobody else gets invited. So what I'm saying, her saying that plays into the hands of that narrative. You gave anybody who wants to race bait ammunition to call you racist and to say it's unfair. So you have to hold white people accountable for falling for the trap, which she did. Is that correct? She fell for the trap by even saying that, knowing that that's an unprecedented thing. And the way the optics look, you're only doing it because a predominantly white team lost to a predominantly black team on the biggest stage.
And that may be true, but I just we doing all inclusive everything else, so whatever, man. I just feel like it should happen. I don't think it should matter. But it didn't matter when you didn't go. When Trump wanted you to go, you didn't care about who.
They did. Larry Bird, come get your daughter. Larry Bird, come get your daughter. They did. Larry Bird, come get your damn daughter. They did. They shot in the head.
But I don't fault white people for celebrating their people. I don't fault black people celebrating their people.
And there's another thing too, man.
Democrats don't love you.
But but why can't we have, just like boxing, bro? Nothing is wrong with a good old a racial dynamic fight. That's what boxing is. When we get the Mexican to fight the British, or we get the Dominican to fight the black, like we or the World Cup. You know what I'm trying to say? nationalities and races, we always like to see that competitive thing. That's something that the world, that's what the Olympics is. The Olympics is different nationalities battling each other for top supremacy. There's nothing wrong with that. So why, when we have that in certain microcosms, we can't just shake hands and move along like the athletes who are actually playing do? How come the people in the stands who can't hit a jump shot, if they were standing 0.1 inches away from the rim, have more emotion and things to say than the athletes who actually put themselves in a position to dictate the outcome of the game? Why don't we just take their lead and shake hands, do a head nod, and keep it moving? We don't need to internalize everything off of the optics.
I don't know.
We shouldn't be sitting here trying to victimize ourselves and live through a competitive matchup that deeply to where we have to cry foul because somebody loses.
Y'all won, but now y'all complaining about white people not being nice to y'all after y'all won. Who cares then? White people ain't got to sit here and talk nice. If white people don't like your team, they can call you whatever they want to call you. It's just sports. They're not being personal with it. Why does it matter?
But we already
white people can't call y'all names. Y'all call white people name all the time.
But it's not. They're missing what the point was. Very prominent white people, media outlets, the first lady, like certain white liberals that be act like they got a bunch of black friends. Like, we already know there's going to be that subgroup on Twitter. We already know it's going to be racist talking shit. It was the ones that have a platform, or even white, certain Hispanics, just certain Asians, just people who are historically there to wag their finger at black people for straw man arguments, exposed themselves and did it again. And all black people said was, dog, we just looked Danny Cannell. We just went on your Twitter, scrolled 6 tweets, and seen you retweet the Caitlin Clark doing the same thing 2 nights ago and saying how this was flair and charisma. We just calling people out for being hypocrites. That's all that was going on.
No. Salute. And I'm not saying that,
right,
y'all was wrong, but I'm just trying to
Yeah.
I don't see the big deal. I just feel like, white people don't have to be nice to us. We can just do our thing. I think gonna be on both sides. It's gonna be whatever. And if they want to change the rules and say, hey, we're gonna bring both teams to the White House, America is going a different way. Black people don't kick back when they trying to bring the transgender to the school. Black people don't kick out back about nothing else, But you want to worry about that? It don't matter no more,
bro. But everybody got
the way it's going.
But it was a law passed. Matter of fact, no, because it was even a law passed in I think North Carolina about children's sports, to where they're not going to be handing out participation trophies anymore. And they passed because they're like, kids need to know the realities of things, that you're not going to always get a trophy in life. Like, you're not going to be good enough sometimes, and that builds character. So to compound that, you have student athletes, right, just coming out of childhood, who know the importance that everybody's not going to get a trophy. We're not going to get a 6th place trophy. Okay. And we in America is starting to combat that everybody gets a trophy mentality. And by trying to invite the losing team up there, reiterates a softer, everybody should win type of conversation. And as a proud American, that is not what we need to be showing and representing the country, especially the way that a lot of these other adversary countries are grouping up with currency. The last thing we need to understand and try to get over on the youth is that we all can win, and that there's enough room for everybody. That was not what this country built off of. That's not what capitalism is built off of.
I agree with that.
So the last thing you need to do is have the White House acknowledge some fucking losers.
But I'm saying this in perspective of me. I'm a conservative. I agree with what you're saying. But black people, y'all vote for these people that we constantly tell y'all they don't like y'all. They don't fuck with y'all. Why y'all keep voting for these Democrats? Y'all defend Biden, from up to down. Yeah, I got the link right here. So when Joe Biden and them make a decision, hey, I want y'all to stand with y'all people. They said both could come. Black people was, you ain't black if you don't vote for Joe Biden. His wife say both could come now. And that's what black people wanted. Now y'all want to say, oh, no, that's what y'all wanted. That's what y'all voted for. But what's the problem? Trump wouldn't have did that, I guarantee it. That's just all I'm saying. I just like to remind black people, this is what you chose. When you complain about the sports league, if you say, yo, they don't say nothing when she talk, but they say something when black people taunting, Hey, y'all sold the Negro League, deal with it. When you say, goddamn, oh, why you inviting both of us, the white losing team and the black winning team, to the White House? Hey, you was riding for Biden, live with it. Don't sit here and complain now. You was riding with Biden, live with that shit. Black people, y'all was y'all boo. Her and the family, the Obamas, yes, y'all roll with them. Y'all didn't want the other side. Don't act like y'all want y'all want conservative shit, but y'all want to vote for these Democrats and liberals and shit. And this is what they think of you. They don't respect you, even if you do win. That's what y'all need to see. So let's see how many of y'all be running out to the poll, talk about Biden, when it's time to vote. The same people. Same black people that are sitting here talking about, oh, why they both got to come? Because that's what y'all voted for. So y'all need to deal with it.
All right.
What about vote for the man?
So what about the black people who didn't vote for him? Can they have a voice and speak on them?
Don't make the one complaining, trust me. 90% of black people voted for Biden.
Okay, so for me, this is what I'm saying. It's a segment of people like me who didn't vote for Joe Biden and knew that Joe Biden grift from the jump.
You should be surprised. This is what you should be expecting then.
No, I am expecting it.
Okay, then.
And what I'm saying is black people handled themselves correctly in this situation and properly schooled and brought up shit. And like I said, it was a 2-for-1 win. Mm-hmm. Not only it was a 3-for-1 win, actually. Not only did LSU beat Iowa, if you want to say it was a racial game, right? Number two, they cried about it, and black people just was like, hey, you're contradicting yourself, right? Black people just basically took another W, right? And then thirdly, they kept trying to say it was a John Cena, you can't see me, and they had to be corrected and proven. Hey, make sure, hey, take him off camera. Make him show his face or whatever. Yeah, Ellie. Okay, cool.
You coming up?
Dave.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. We just don't want any, we've had situations before.
I got you.
I don't know about that.
I'm with you, Photo Boy J. I'm just going to try to explain it in a different way.